being at home and having this guy stuck here all day and not being able to do his normal routine has really thrown a wrench into everything. So normally, you know, he's pretty well behaved for me. We always have our moments, of course, but this, I've definitely seen a change. And so what I'm really trying to focus on, and Amanda is really great with coming up with plans, is trying to just make sure we have a structured routine. Something that's the same every day so that he has that stability, and I think that's really gonna help. So what we are going to do right now is I have a 4-part class for you guys. I'm gonna do it as one long video, and then I'm also gonna release each portion of it as a separate video because you don't have to do the whole thing. I've been struggling to get him to focus and stay in the zone for an entire class or drill. So I came up with the idea to break it down into smaller parts. I make him mini report cards, and he gets a reward at the end if he does everything he's supposed to do. We have to remember that this isn't normal and that it's not going to be the same as it is in a big class setting and things like that. I have to find ways to keep him motivated. The stuff I'm going to show you guys in this class and all of these drills can be applied to like a tiny tot, you know, a 4-year-old, 3-year-old, all the way up to our adults. So this is good for every single level of martial arts that we have at the gym. So what you would do is, depending on the age of your child or yourself, adapt the drill to their skill level. If they can go faster, if they can go harder, if they can go longer, you can extend it, and we can talk about that again as well. So we're about to start, and you can already see it might be a little bit of a struggle today, but just as I just mentioned, these are like the report cards. So what I do is I come up with the skills I want to accomplish. So this would be like one portion of the class or a quarter of the class, one drill, one skill. And what I have him do, because it motivates him, is every time we get one of these done, I'll have him take his marker and go check off that box. So for our first thing, before we even get into our skills, I will make him bow in. So I will make him come here. Johnny, come here. Are you ready for class?
Yeah.
Yes, what?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you know, we take this serious, right? These are gonna be short. It's gonna be probably 5 to 6 minutes per portion. All right, stand at attention, sir.
No.
Bow.
No.
Good, so class has begun, so let's focus. One thing I've also been doing to help with this report card system where he gets to check off and he gets that sense of accomplishment is I have him do 3 deep breaths, reset breaths in between every skill. So with Johnny, I'm gonna have him demonstrate because I do this too. As I get more frustrated and stuff being stuck in here, I have him do it a lot, not just during our class. So before a drill, after a drill, I want you to show me 3 deep breaths, in with the good, out with the bad, nice and slow. 3 times, please, 2 more. That way if we have a great drill or we have a bad drill, this is a way for him to put that behind him. We reset and it's like starting fresh. Okay, sound good?
Yeah, true.
Okay, our first drill skill, what we are gonna be going over is our basic punching and a couple of basic steps. So we have, on the report card, we have 10 good jabs, 10 good crosses. He's gonna step in and out 10 times, and then he's gonna step in and out 10 times while throwing the jab cross. In order for Johnny to check these off, what I'm looking for, when I say 10 good jabs, I might have to count 20 repetitions of it. If he doesn't hit me with the correct knuckles, because that's what I'm focused on with him right now, then I don't count that one. He doesn't, there's no repercussions or anything wrong with it, but we just keep going. I'll redo that number until he gets it right. All right, are you ready? So again, guys, this first drill skill, the first report card, you can break this down into a separate class. So it should take 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long you have to go over things. But we have 10 good jabs, he can check it off. 10 good crosses, check that off. We're gonna step in and out 10 times, and then we're gonna step in and out with jabs and crosses. So we're putting some basic stuff together. Now, a jab will not count unless he does it correctly. So it might take, I might have to count to 15 or 20 or who knows. I'm only going to count the good punches. So what I've been working on with him, and a lot of the kids we struggle with, can I see your jab hand, Johnny? Make a fist. These guys will find when you hold your hand up for them to punch, I'm going to show them the wrong way. They want to slap with like the front of their knuckles. And so what he'll end up doing is he'll slap me here. What I want to see him doing is punching with the front 2 knuckles, okay? The front 2 knuckles. Yes, and we're gonna make solid contact. So when I hold my hand up and I tell him to jab, I'm not gonna worry too much about the other technical aspects of punching right now. I just wanna make sure he's connecting with those knuckles. That's gonna constitute a good jab. On the opposite hand, a good cross with this drill. Fight stance.
Hi.
All right, so put those elbows down. We wanna try to keep them down, and you're gonna jab right here. 10 good ones, and then we get to check off the box. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
1. Good. 2. 3. And then remind them little things like keeping those elbows in when they're not punching and keeping the other hand up nice and high. 4. Good. 5. 6. 7. 8. Other hand up, hand up. These are good jabs though. 9. Again, he's hitting with the correct knuckles. That's what I expected him for right now. 10. Good job, buddy. Give me a high five. That was great. You can check off that box. You guys, I'm gonna go through this kind of quick. This is the same way I'd go with it in class though if everyone was doing it, correctly or how I want. So if you need to slow it down, you can make them do 20. You can vary it up. You can take a combination of what we're gonna accomplish with these, with this report card, with these 4 drills, and mix it up for them. So it does not have to be fast, it doesn't have to be slow. I might go through it kind of quick, so if you do have any questions, you can just write them in the comments or message me through Facebook. A blue check in that box, so the next one is 10 good crosses. So he's gonna stand up, and we're gonna go over 10 good crosses. Now it's gonna be the backhand. So get in your fight stance, yep. So it's your backhand, so his right foot's back and his right hand's back. Again, I'm not gonna get too technical with the footwork right now. We're just focused on hitting with those correct knuckles. 1. Good. 2. 3. 4. Oh, that wasn't a good one. Let's try it again. 4. He hit with the wrong knuckles. Now he just did it right. 5. Good job. 6. 7. Good. Hand up. No thumbs inside. We don't put our thumbs inside our fist. We keep them outside underneath. 8. Nice. 9. 10. I'm proud of you. That was another really great job, buddy. Go ahead and cross out 10 good crosses. So I'm doing this system, give him that sense of accomplishment in between, make it nice and quick. Now that we did jabs and crosses, I'll have him do his reset breaths in a second here, and then we're gonna work on basic stepping. I want 3 good deep breaths, in with the good, out with the bad. Slow. Good, you feel refreshed, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Fight stance.
Hi.
All right, stepping in and stepping out. They have to maintain a fight stance. I'm gonna scoot back so you guys can see our feet. You can see Johnny's feet now. So stepping in, stepping out, they have to keep a fight stance. I don't want their feet coming together. We'll have drills on this ladder that we built to show you guys later, but what he's gonna simulate is he steps in, you punch when you're in, and then you get out, and that stops you from getting hit. We are not punching right now. All he has to do, super simply, is step in and step out. I will swing at him as he steps out. It's kind of a fun game, but that just shows him that he got out far enough. We're not ducking, we're not rolling, we're just stepping in and stepping out, right? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, when I count, you step in and step out. 1, step in, step out. Good. 2, don't wait for me to punch, just step in and step out. I might not punch. 3, in and out, nice job. 4, in, out, good. 5, 6, oh, I almost got you that time. 7, okay, can you do a little bit bigger steps for me? 8, good. 9, good. 10, go check it off. Awesome job. Good, good, good. You can see, to him, it's a game. That's exactly what I want. Like I said before, I'm having trouble keeping him motivated, making him want to do this with me. So I'm trying to remind myself, it doesn't have to be super strict. I just want him to have fun. The last part to this, as soon as he's done checking off that box, is we do the same thing he just did. He steps in and he steps out. But this time when he steps in, he's gonna throw his left jab and his right cross and then step out. Again, that kind of brings us to a head. Steps in, you punch, then you step out so you don't get punched. So that's why I said these drills carry all the way into our adults. This is some of the first stuff we teach the adults. You ready, sir? Here we go. It's okay, I'll clean the floor if you got some marker on the floor. All right, ready? So, fight stance. All All right, you're gonna step in and do a jab cross and then step out. Can you do that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, hands up, tight fists, get back a little bit. All right, ready? Tight fist, no thumbs inside. 1, jab, cross, then step out. Good. And I should be stressing hitting with those correct knuckles. That was how we started this report card off. So if he doesn't hit with those correct knuckles, we're gonna take a step back and start over. 2, jab, cross, step out. Good, remember step in, jab, cross, step out. That's the goal. 3, step in, step out. Good. 4, step in. Good. 5. Hit up, that can't, we don't slap with those knuckles, we hit with the front knuckles. 6. Nope, no, jab. Oh, I can't count that. That was good punching though. 7. Yes. 8. 9, step in, step out, bigger step, good. 10. Good, give me a high five.
You almost got me on 8.
I almost got you on number 8. Well, you did a great job. Check that off and we'll go over the report card. So real quick, he did a great job. I have to, again, things you'll have to remind yourselves of. Patience is key. It'll probably play a part as we film more here in a second. Also, remind yourselves of the goal of the drill. I would have had him, had I redone these 10, focused more on a bigger step in and a bigger step out. So that was more of the stress of the drill. That was what we were trying to stress in the drill, is step in and step out. All in all, he did great though. So now we're gonna move on and start the next section of class. And this can be done as a standalone as well. All right guys, so we're going into part 2 of this longer class. This was the report card we just filled out, where we focused on punching with the correct knuckles with the jab and cross. We stepped in and we stepped out, and then we did the jab cross with that to understand why. The second part of this class is going to be focused on the stepping. Again, we're going to be using a ladder. I'll show you guys how we do that. But it's pretty simple stuff. You don't need a ladder. You can use other markers actually, or you can work with them standing up as well. So changing the camera angle slightly so I can go over this ladder with you guys, but just so you know. So we're working on what I call big step, little step. Most of my kids know that. We're gonna just practice forward stepping, backward stepping, and then we're gonna practice stepping left and right. And it's a good way to help them start learning their directions anyways. So Johnny, I need you to stand up. I need you to stand at the start of this ladder. Take your 3 deep breaths, nice and slow. So as he's doing his reset, guys, we built a 5-box ladder out of painter's tape. I've done this in a past video. Super easy. It's about each box is about square foot. And I did do this the other day with him when we were just messing around. We used duct tape one time, thinking it was gonna be no issue, and it was. I had to scrub it for an hour. So use painter's tape. You can do this outside with chalk, which we've also done. And then again, you really don't need it. You can use any kind of marker, as far as like, you can put books on the floor, things like that. So real quick, we're gonna start with the first thing. Johnny, line up at the front of the ladder, please. All right, you ready to focus and do a great class today? All right, that's why I said patience is gonna be crucial, guys. So this first one, big step, little step. Some of you might remember it from watching your kids. He's gonna get in his fight stance, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. John, focus, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. No, sir, you're not staying focused. I am gonna really stress the discipline with him as far as listening to my instructions. I want him to stay focused. Get back outside of that box, sir. All right, so Johnny, for the first drill, he's gonna do big step, little step. What I want him to do is he's gonna take 1 big step to the next box, and then he's gonna close the open box with his back foot. So in fighting, in kickboxing, and martial arts, for the most part, it's okay to go wider in your stance. It's not okay to bring your feet together. And that's what big step, little step does. So Johnny, go to the start of the ladder again. Wait for my instructions. Okay, 1 foot in the box, 1 foot out. Nope, go back, sir. 1 foot in. Which box? Good, that's good. Stop. This is our starting point for big step, little step. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So before he can bring his back foot up to the box, he has to open that up. So he's gonna take a big step, open the box, then he's gonna move his back foot to close the box. That's the little step. Big step to open the box, little step to close the box. Big step, little step. Big step, little step. Now freeze. Now go backwards. Same thing. Big step, but little step. Big step, little step. Keep going all the way. So I know this can be tough, guys. Working with distractions and things like that at home. Like I got this little girl here too, but we can get it done. Now, this is important. Now, what I could have him do to add on to this skill before we move on is I can make him put his hands up. His hands should be up, like binoculars. We put our binoculars on, Johnny. Where's your binoculars? Good. I have the little guys put binoculars on and go for a bird watch or something like that. Well, they do big step, little step. But everyone, again, can do this. Just keep your hands up. So go back, Johnny. Let's go back to the start. I can't let you check that box off. Take a deep breath. Take a reset deep breath. Technique, big step, little step, all the way there and all the way back with your hands up. Go ahead, on your own, sir. Big step, little step. You should be looking straight ahead. Look this way. Big step, little step. Big step, that's much better. Good, now go backwards. Nope. Face this way. Fight stance. I'm gonna let you check it off when you go backwards. Switch your feet. Nope, face this way. Switch your feet. Switch your feet. There you go. Big step, little step. Big step, little step. This also teaches them that when they move forward, the front foot moves first. When they move backwards, the back foot moves first. All right, I'm gonna give you that one. Go check it off, buddy. The next one, pretty easy. If they can do big step, little step, they can handle this. All it's gonna work on is forward stepping, and then the next box is backward stepping. So the next two we're gonna kind of do together. If I say forward, he's gonna step forward with a big step, little step basically, and wait. And if I say forward again, he'll do it again. When I say backward, he'll move backward. So you can kind of say forward a few times, backward a few times, switch it up, try to trick him, make it kind of fun. Are you ready, sir? Next drill, okay? You're gonna start, get in the box. So I'll have him start with one foot in each box. So front foot in the box, back foot in that box. Front foot here. Okay, when I put your back foot in, now this is also gonna help him start to understand my directions, especially when we get to left and right in a second. So, face this way, Johnny, hands up, ready? Are you focused? Okay, remember what your reward is after class if you do a good job. When Daddy says forward, you move forward. When Daddy says backward, you move backward. Do you understand? Stop, that's not a fight stance, sir. Fight stance, we don't move our feet. Ready, forward. Forward. Backwards. Forward. Forward. Backward. Backwards. Big step, little step, come on. Backwards. There we go. Forward. Much better. Give me a high five. I don't need to press it. He's already getting a little antsy, so I'm gonna have him check that box off and then we're gonna do our last one. So we have one more, guys, for this mini portion of class. In this drill, we are going to do the same stepping, but we're gonna move left and right. So we're gonna move off the ladder and back into the ladder on both sides. All right, Johnny, are you ready, sir? Put one foot in this box, one foot in that box. Fight stance, sir. All right, so Johnny, right is gonna be, switch your feet. Switch your feet, fight stance. All right, right is gonna be that way toward the TV. Left is gonna be toward me and the couch. Are you ready? And just like when he moved forward with his front foot first and backwards with his back first, when he moves right, his right foot moves first. When he moves left, his left foot moves first. All right, that's not a fight stance. Moving your feet's not a fight stance. You can bounce your knees, but I don't want you moving too much. All right, right, that way. Good. Left, left, right, right, left, left, right. Good, freeze right there. So you guys can change it up. You can do more or less, but what I want to do with him now is I'm going to add in forward and back as well. Only when he's in the ladder, I'll have him go forward or backwards with left and right. So Johnny, are you ready, sir? All right, all four directions. Then we'll take a break because I'm going to feed her. All right, right, left. I can't tell when those aren't real steps. Focus, ready? Right, big step. Not a jump, we're not jumping. Left, step, step, good. Forward, backwards, left, right, left, right. Make sure you're in the boxes. You're not on the boxes, you're on the tracks. Backwards. Don't jump again, buddy. We're stepping. Right. Left. All right, give me a high five. That was really awesome, man. Not yet, go check that off. We'll talk in a second about your reward. Say, I've never worked on directions with him, like left and right yet. And so doing that yesterday with him and then just now was really the first time that he got to work on it. And I think doing it with the martial arts is actually gonna help him, obviously outside of martial arts, with that grasping directions and things like that. So I'm gonna show you guys the report card here real quick, and then I'm gonna give him a break and we're gonna move on to part 3. So far today, and this drill just now, we've focused on big step, little step, which is making sure we move our front foot first moving forward, back foot back, moving backwards. We did our forward stepping and our backward stepping so he understands what it means when I say forward and what it means when I say backwards. And then we did the left and the right. Now we're gonna get into some advanced stuff and you guys can mix in some little games into this next step too. But again, let me transition real quick, give him a short 5-10 minute break, and then we're gonna move on to our last 2 parts, which kind of go together as well. So guys, this next part, it's really gonna help if you can get 4 different markers. So like floor markers, something you can use to mark the floor. And I just been trying to get the rest out of his room. These are the old foam shape pieces that come in like the kids' puzzle mats. I need 4 of them. This is important and I'm gonna explain why. So I want you to take your 3 deep breaths real quick, reset. This next part, and then I just need you to focus while I explain this. This gets a little more advanced. This next report card, we're working on ranges. What a range is when we're talking kickboxing or martial arts, even jiu-jitsu, is my distance from an opponent, essentially, is the easiest way to break it down. So we're gonna learn 4 of those. I label them A, B, C, and D. Letter A is gonna be he's out of range. B is long range, C is short range, and then D is clinch range. And if you don't understand that, don't worry, I'm gonna explain it all. But for this first portion of it, these 4, he doesn't need to know what to do, he just needs to know how close he needs to be to me when I give him a command using A, B, C, and D. We have our 4 markers, okay? He's not actually gonna stand on them, he's gonna stand to the side when we start here, but that's A, B, C, and D. And what we're simulating is how he would wanna compete with me, or even if he's doing something on a punching bag or with a partner. Johnny, can you get your fight stance next to A? Okay, when he's in his fight stance next to A, if either of us threw punches at each other, we couldn't hit each other. We're too far away, okay? When he steps forward, 1 step forward, that's why we practice the big step, little step, don't punch yet. He's at B. At B, if he decided to throw long punches, which would be his jab or his cross, they could hit me. Boom, boom, okay? He could step forward again to C. At C, if he threw a jab and a cross, they'd get kind of jammed up. They wouldn't be long punches anymore. So we change it and we throw hooks. They're short punches. That's why it's called short punch range. Okay, hook, hook. Good. And then if he comes up 1 more step to D and I'm standing right by D, he'd be able to hug me. Okay. Now we're not going to do the strikes yet. We're only going to focus on getting them to understand A, B, C, and D. All I care about is that they can stand in that range. So Johnny, go to A. Just get to that shape, okay, or get to that letter. So let's see, B. Good, and you can start out very simply going from A to D and then backwards, and but then you can start mixing it up. C. D. Now you're halfway, that's not good. And just like with our initial jabs and good crosses, I want this to be done correctly because this will pay off hugely in the future as I get more advanced. C. B. A. Good, let's try that again. B. C. D. C. B. A. I'm just going to randomly call out one. Don't focus on how they get there, if he jumps to it or takes 2 steps to it. Don't focus on that. Let's just understand where they need to be. Okay. Are you ready? D. Good. B. A. Oh, step correctly. Back foot first when you move backwards. D. Good. Took 3 steps forward. That's great. C. D. Good, you got it. Go check those off.
What?
So, I can tell you guys right now that if I was at home following this, this is where I would stop with him probably. I'm not gonna push him too much. This one, buddy, you're gonna fill out that one right there. Get a Lancey, so that's why I gave him the break earlier. But we have one more to do. This follows the same exact thing. We're gonna use these same ranges, but now we're gonna add stuff to it. This is gonna be the fourth part of the class. And again, it's a separate drill you could do on its own. So now we're just I'm gonna teach him to associate certain strikes with each one of those ranges, because that's what it's for. There's certain things you can do in different ranges that you can't do in others. And again, this sounds advanced, and it is. But these guys can't handle it. These young guys can handle it, and this is the same stuff I work with the adults. From A, he's going to practice pumping his jab. From B, he's gonna land a long jab cross. From C, it's our short punches, so we throw hook, hook. And then D is the clinch knee, and I'll show you guys that, so don't worry if you don't know what it is. A is pumping the jab. He can't hit me with it, but he's putting it out there. He's measuring and he's keeping me away. I can't rush in to get him when that jab's constantly in my face. So pumping the jab measures, keeps him safe, and stops me from rushing in. B, the long jab and cross. He steps in, he's just long enough to hit me, keeps me at the end of his punches. The reason A is so important though is because at B, C, or D, I can also hit him back. So it's important to get back to A. That goes back to the stepping in and stepping out. When he gets to C, he's close enough to hit me with those hard hooks. And then he can optional knee. And I'll show you that. And then D, a clinch, he's gonna grab my head and then throw a knee to my hands. And that's gonna end it there. Are you ready, sir? All right, last one. We have our A, get up, let's go. B, I'm gonna spread these out a little further than I just did the last drill because I didn't like the stepping he was taking. So I'm gonna make him take a little bit bigger steps. All right, you ready, Johnny? Here we go, at A. And when I did this with him in the past, I'm gonna make him, now he's gonna show, he already knows it, but I'm gonna explain it as he does it as well. But then I'm gonna have him show me without me explaining it. And then I want him to understand the reasons why. That's what I just told you guys. All right, Johnny, you're in fight stance. You're at A. What are we doing at A? What is that called? Pump the jab. B. What do we do at B? Good. C. What do we do at C? Hooks. Knee. Knee is optional. D. What do we do? Close enough to grab my head and then throw a knee. And then you let go. Okay. Now, if these shapes move again, it means you're not balanced. I need you to focus. All right. Don't touch the shapes. Go back to A, please. All right. So now he should be doing whatever punches he's supposed to do at each spot. I also stand very close to D because I want him to be close enough to grab me. All right, you're at A. What are you doing, sir? What are you supposed to do? Good, good. B. A. Yep, what do you do at A? Gotta pump it. I want him to understand that when he gets to A, I shouldn't have to tell him, pump the jab when you're at A. B. What do you do? A. Yeah, you gotta do it. C. D. Good, get back to A, get back to A. All right, I'll start a little bit more linear. We'll go from A, B, C, D. Ready? You're at A, what are you doing? B. C. D. Good, go back to A. Oh, you seem very tired. You're too tired for ice cream? Oh, I didn't think so. What are you doing at A? B. C. No, those aren't jab cross, but hook, hook, that's right. And you can throw the knee optionally. And then D. Clinch, knee. Good job, buddy. Hey, you did great today, and I'm proud of you. I'm gonna give you a break. All right, go put these shapes away, then I'll give you your treat. Nice balance. Good job. Go put these away. I'll give you a treat. Hurry, hurry. Oh, get that off her eyes. Good job, buddy. So, again, you guys can see how even him being with me all day, every day, it hasn't been easy for me to teach him martial arts or focus on that discipline and stuff like that. So I'm trying to come up with ways and little mini classes that I can do with him to keep it shorter. Now, we just went through, if you guys watch this whole video, what I would break down into 4 separate classes almost. You don't need to do this all the way through. Now, if they're focused, if they're older, If they are into it, I would get it all the way done. However, if you need to break it down into 5 to 10 minute sections, highly recommend it, because when we're not filming, that's what I'm doing with him. Is I'll have him do the focus and that kind of stuff, the bowing into me, randomly throughout the day. And then if he can get through, you know, just stepping properly, we might play a quick little game. I might mess with him as we're passing in the house or something like that. Nothing has to be all the way through. It's a struggle to teach them anything right now. I'm blessed that his mom's a teacher, so she handles a lot of that. She keeps me, you know, structured and on a schedule. So it is tough. It's not easy. The faster we get through this, the faster we can get them back in regular classes. I think it'll benefit us all. But I want them to be ready, and they definitely can come back to the gym better off than when they left as far as their knowledge base. So I'm gonna get this guy his little treat that I promised him, because he did such a good job, and we'll go from there. Any questions about anything that I just taught, or you want to see more, I will post a lot more here. Please just comment or message me through Facebook or Instagram or something, and I'll get you guys some more videos. All right, attention, bow.
Bow.
Good job, buddy.